The symptoms were starting to show. My oncologist was like, I say you just quit university, you quit work, you go sit at home and take care of yourself. And I'm like, and by taking care of myself, you mean to die in few months? That's not what I want. And on that day, I called my psychologist and I'm like, I want another oncologist. And she referred me to another one who's just, he's amazing. You know, he just made all the difference. So I first went to him and I took my file and he was like, this is a rare case, a very rare one. There's only 72 cases in the world, okay? But I choose to say that we don't have to lose hope in a way, and miracles do happen. And I'm like, that's what I want to listen to. Like, that's what I want to hear, you know?
Stefanie's doctor gave her 0.028% odds of making it out of the surgery without a problem, or basically being cured. So there's a 99.7% chance that she is going to die on the surgical table. But still, she felt like the risk was worth taking.
Like the last time this surgery has been done was in 2001. Okay, it's been 13 years that no one has ever went through this surgery because it's just not guaranteed in a way, okay? So at that point, I just had two options. It's either I continue to live the 4 months of my life, or I choose to go through this surgery, and it's either I die under surgery or I'd live. And by live, it's not 4 months, you know? So that was a really hard time, a really tough decision I need to make in my life. And it took me like 2 days, and I just called him and I'm like, I'm ready to prepare the papers.
One of Stefanie's best friends, about a month before Stefanie's scheduled to fly to Los Angeles for her surgery, ends up in this little tiny Christian bookstore in middle of nowhere, Beirut. She goes in there and just starts crying and like loses it, and the people who are working there at the bookstore surround her, ask her what's going on. She tells them about her friend Stefanie's story and how she's so afraid of losing her friend. And they pray for Stefanie's friend right there, and then they say, hey, it'd be awesome if you would bring your friend back. We'd love to pray over her. So the day before, this is May 19th, 2014, the day before that Stefanie's supposed to fly to Los Angeles for this crazy procedure, her friend is like, Stefanie's at home with her family and they're all hanging out, having a great time. Literally what is likely to be the final day of her life.
When I had the surgery to remove the second lump, one of my friends that I know, she came to me and she's like, I want you to come with me to a really special place. And I'm like, I only have this few hours, you know, those few hours I want to spend time with family, with my mom, with like, you know, and it was 2 days before it was my mom's birthday, you know? So I just felt like I want to be close to them, maybe in those few last hours, maybe, you know? And she's like, I promise it won't take much time. It's just like maybe half an hour and then we just leave. And then we're just walking and we stood here and she's like, here's the place. And just stared like this and like, here's the place. And I'm like, yeah. I like, what about it? Like, it's all like crosses and Bibles and Jesus and like, what am I doing here, you know? So she's like, when you did your surgery a month ago, I came here and to get you a souvenir, and I told them your story, and they wanted to meet with you. So if you don't mind, I'd like to introduce you to them. And we're just debating this over the door, and this bell, there's that bell that was ringing, okay? And so Hiyam, that lady, she just came to the door and was like, may I help you, ladies? And my friend was like, this and that is the girl I told you about, I don't know what. So we came in, and Hiyam started more like preaching, maybe, I don't know, like she started talking about Jesus, okay? And she's like, you would have to let him come into your heart and to accept him, and then he will do whatever is best for you. And I was like, yes, I accept that. And she's like, she just stared at me like maybe she didn't get this, you know? And then she explained it, and I'm like, yes, I agree with this. And she's like, that was fast. And I just thought about it at that moment, like, I only have maybe a few hours, you know? I need anything just for me, like, maybe this can save me in a way, you know? And then they started praying for me. And then we said goodbye, and they wanted to hear from me, and they took my phone number, and then I went home. And that night, I felt something. It wasn't really weird, as much as it was, I don't know, I couldn't explain it in a way, you know? But I was numb. And I just sat down and I started thinking and recalling every single thing, every single person, every single thing that has happened to me in life, everyone that I've met. My life was just passing in front of me, you know? And there was that point where it was the first time ever I feel that feeling, which was like, God, you're not someone for us to be afraid of. You're someone for us to love, you know? You're not against me, you're with me. I shouldn't be afraid of you. I'm protected by you. I shall trust you. You're on my side, you're protecting me, you're not against me. And then I just started crying, and I have no idea why was I crying. But one thing I surely know, I wasn't really afraid on that night.